Hello, I am Jessie Janae, and you are watching Unboxing Things, a show where we unbox e-commerce brands, and all we talk about is the box, because we're a little packaging obsessed here at Lumi. Let's go see what's at my doorstep today. Today we have Nutrafol. Nutrafol is a very innovative company shipping non-drug supplements for thinning hair. So if you care about your cranium and hairs in other places, strategic places, Nutrafol has got you covered. So looking at the outside of the Nutrafol box, there's some interesting things that pop out to me already. One, the form factor. I love how tight it is. When I shake it, I can tell the product is actually really well contained in the box because the box is compact. I love a compact box. Why? Do I like small things? Am I obsessed with small things? Yes, but that's not why. Compact boxes are super efficient in transit. And efficiency in transit means efficiency economically in terms of shipping rates, and also sustainability-wise, you're taking up less space in the world, in a truck, in the belly of a plane, which means less emissions. The outside of the box is craft colored, a nice, beautiful craft. There's a little bit of printing. It's white printing on craft, the brand name, Nutrafol. And then the only other thing going on the outside of the box is actually the shipping label, which folds over the side. It's important to note that when you fold a shipping label over the side of a box, you have to make sure that the scannable area is on one panel of the box so that it doesn't run into issues when a carrier tries to scan. Another thing to note, this box does appear large enough for a 4x6 thermal shipping label to go onto one surface. It's possible Nutrafol has considered that as well, but the way that they're using the shipping label is it actually folds over the side and it keeps the box shut as well. They're using the shipping label as a shipping label and also as a piece of tape. This is hyper efficiency. Beyond just a compact box, they're not wasting a wafer label or a piece of tape on this. Very minimal, very efficient. The other thing I can tell that intrigues me is that I can tell that the box opens on this side. Usually boxes open on the long side. It's just sort of a usually thing. A lot of box die lines and designs are done that way, but Nutrafol has taken a different approach. I think I'm ready to open this. Let me actually slice that label and let's see what we've got going inside. This is a roll and tuck front box, so as I open it here, I've got those flaps ahead tucked in. Voila, here's the beautiful inside. First, there's a little hidden message here. It says hair wellness from within. So what I like about this is printing on this panel is underutilized. It's covered, as you might just remember, by the outside of the box. And so it's the first thing that people often see when they're opening the box towards them. Really underutilized space, and it's fun. Again, just the white ink on craft. And then inside, keep growing. It's fun copy, refreshing, really relates, of course, to what the product is supposed to do. I really like what they're doing with color in this packaging already. You've got a craft box, meaning that it's craft on both sides of the actual box itself, with one color printing on both sides, meaning that you've got just the white printing on the outside and also on the inside. So that's a pretty economical approach to a custom printed box. The box is also obviously custom sized because it fits this insert and the product perfectly. I'm going to take this product out so we can look at this insert. Now, I could tell it was an insert because I could tell it was already made out of a different material. It's made out of corrugate, but it's a different material because you wouldn't be able to get this teal color if you didn't start this insert piece out not as craft, but as craft white. So you would never get this beautiful bright teal, printing teal ink over craft corrugate. It's definitely printed over white corrugate in flood coat printed with this color in order to pop like this. I'm gonna take this insert apart just so you can see how this is constructed. And this is where a packaging engineer working with you can really help you create something special. So you noticed how when we opened the box, the product was perfectly cradled, surrounded with that beautiful kind of frame of teal. This is the piece that was cradling this product, and it's just a piece of corrugate cut out. Again, there's craft on one side. This side started white, and then boom, was printed with this beautiful color. But you can see that it started out flat, just kind of like every piece of corrugate does. Let's take a look at what fluting this and the box are made out of. I'm gonna use my handy flute identifier here. And this is an E-flute piece of corrugate. The insert is, let me check the box. Yep, okay. The box and the insert are made out of E-flute corrugate. E-flute has more flutes per inch and is thinner than standard corrugate, which there's no such thing as just standard, but a normal box you might receive in an e-commerce package is usually thicker, might be a B flute, etc. So E flute is a different letter, more flutes per inch, thinner, and there's a couple advantages. One, you can actually store more boxes on a pallet because it's thinner, so more of them can stack up. Also, this product is not that heavy, so you don't need to overpower it with a heavier corrugate. And then lastly, you're kind of being efficient with material usage, and you can get smaller bends and kind of more refined looks sometimes with a thinner corrugate. And then this piece of packaging is not corrugate at all. It's actually a piece of carton. Oh, I'm gonna open this. Look at this. Boom. This is a unique kind of opening here where you've got that beautiful color. You do have two color printing on the outside, again, the teal and the black. This is actually embossed a little bit, it pops out, and this is actually debossed. So you've got some really interesting printing techniques happening, matte finish paper, printing on the inside, here for your hair every inch of the way. And then you can actually open, and this box has its own insert that helps you take the product out. And interestingly, this insert is also actually made out of corrugate. What is the difference between carton and corrugate? Well, carton is layered paper pressed together, and the core difference is that when you look at a piece of corrugate from the side, you can see corrugations. Part of what gives it its structure is a wavy piece of material in the middle, often called a medium board. So it's a sandwich, outer board called liners, wavy one in the middle called medium. That provides a lot of structure, more structure than the three pieces of material just squished together would provide on their own. Carton boxes don't have that corrugated structure. They're typically used for things that don't need structure as much because this box will be fine structurally. Once I put the product in, it'll be plenty rigid. This piece of corrugate is printed on both sides with that beautiful brand color. It looks as though the outer liner boards and the medium board are white on this piece of corrugate. And here, of course, you've got the carton material, flood coat printed with that color again, reversed out saying the beautiful slogan here, and then two color printing on the outside. A couple other things. There is a foil stamp on here. Physician formulated. So they're choosing to use a silver foil to actually communicate something really important about the product, that it's physician formulated. But that foil stamp does add another print process to this box. So I want to call that out. So you've got ink-based processes for the black and the teal, and then you actually have a foil. When foil stamping is introduced to a piece of packaging, the thing to note is that it's not actually ink. There is an actual piece of foil involved and a heat stamping process to get that effect. Foil stamping can add a bit of expense to a product, but also there's no other way to achieve that shine. And then on the product itself, you have a sticker label applied to a glass bottle. The sticker label also has two color printing, very similar kind of in aesthetic to the carton box. The label on the outside of this glass bottle and also the carton material share an aesthetic, they share a finish. It's quite possible they're actually produced using the same printing processes, which would really help create the color cohesion between the two. I think it's time for the recap. No, it is not. I missed a core detail. Folks, there's a message at the bottom of the box. I love a good bottom of the box message because remember how this was under the insert and under this, it means you need to take the insert out, take the box out, you see this message. Thanks for reusing or recycling this box. Sincerely, the trees. This is fun because they went to this extra effort to print something that maybe not all customers will notice for the sake of promoting recycling. Nutrafol has gone to great effort to make their packaging really sustainable and recyclable, but going the extra mile of actually communicating that intention and encouraging someone to take that step to recycle really shows how they care. Now it's time for the recap. Nutrafol is making sure I can hold on and also regrow my beautiful tresses. But let's talk about what they're doing with their packaging. Really appreciate their approach for a few key reasons. Nutrafol is making compact packaging. Now, this is actually physically compact. And again, that's really important to me, not just because it's small and I like small things, but because of the efficiency. It really cuts down on transit cost and also emissions when you go with compact packaging. Next up, it's paper-based. Whether it's the outer carton here or the insert in my box or the box itself, everything about the e-commerce packaging here is paper-based, which means that it can easily be recycled. And also, sustainable forestry in North America is going strong, so it's a great way to kind of cut down on impact. And third, it's tactile. So something that I love about what they've done is there's a lot of details here. You can't feel it, but if you close your eyes, there's debossing and embossing going on here. There's a really beautiful little detail of a foil seal. This craft is kind of, uncoated and just matte, has a really nice tactile feel to it. Everything is really well considered. And I think that it speaks to the overall brand kind of cohesion that they went with such beautiful materials. This has been Nutrafol Unboxed.